We interrupt your regular scheduled broadcast to bring you a breaking news story. This is Victoria Bolton reporting live from New York. Our economic bubble boom has popped. Stocks are going through the floorboards. October 29, 1929, it's been declared the stock market has crashed. Almost 17 million shares traded in a single day, billions of dollars lost and nowhere to be found. This turn of events has wiped out thousands of investors. Madness is sweeping the nation. People hurling themselves out of windows in New York to commit suicide because of this economic downfall. Banks failing everywhere. We advise you to save and ration out the money you have now, folks. Now back to your regular scheduled broadcast. This is Victoria Bolton reporting live from New York.
Hi, I'm Justin Hernandez, reporting here in the Dust Bowl. It seems that dust storms are getting worse and worse. Wind has been recorded to be up to 60 miles per hour, and walls of dust would reach 20,000 feet in the air. It's a real nightmare out here. These dust storms have destroyed everything in their path, and that includes the crops of many hard-working farmers. The conditions are so bad that there is no possibility to grow any kind of crop anymore. Dust storms did not only destroy the agriculture, but they have destroyed the homes of many unfortunate citizens in the area. It has been reported that more than 500,000 people are left homeless. The problems grow worse and worse in the Dust Bowl as many fall victim to what is now being called dust pneumonia. Dust pneumonia is a result of inhaling the dust in the air, and thousands have fallen victim to its effects, and things could possibly get worse here. This is Justin Hernandez reporting from the Dust Bowl.
It's hot in Topeka.
Dust storms are brewing outside, so come on in to Mel's Diner, escape from the heat and dust. Enjoy a smooth, refreshing milkshake in our cafe, or allow our friendly staff to take your order at our restaurant. You can enjoy one of our Angus beef burgers cut to perfection, put together with tomatoes, lettuce, onions, and cheese, and an assortment of condiments of your choice. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Mel's Diner and have a meal of a lifetime.
This is Akshay Singh, reporting live from Washington, D.C. The New Deal has been introduced due to the Great Depression. It is a series of acts or programs launched under the side of President FDR to relieve people from poverty and unemployment. The emergency banking bill has just been launched in reaction to financially adverse conditions of the banks due to the Great Depression. It is expected that this act would end up in regaining the Americans' faith on banks. A part of this act, on November 9, FDR signed Civil Works Administration Program, which would help unemployed people in getting jobs to make airports, roads, parks, etc. An estimate has been made that this program will end up creating up to 4 million jobs. The government is also thinking about improving the rails transportation by passing an act, that is, Emergency Railroad Transportation Act, which would work in increasing the federal regulation of railroads. Again, this is Akshay Singh, reporting live from Washington, D.C. Thank you.
Have you ever heard the saying, you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? President D. Roosevelt proved that he can talk the talk and walk the walk. In the first 100 days of office, Franklin D. Roosevelt put away the words and got down to business. As he was elected president, he had to go one-on-one with the Great Depression. FDR was facing vast amounts of unemployment and bank failures as he was going into presidency. During his inaugural speech, he had to say, "The nation asks for action, and action now. Our greatest primary task is to put people to work." He meant what he said. He used different methods to ease the Great Depression. If they did not succeed, he would have to try something else. The success in winning the congressional approval became a reason why FDR was established as the most effective president in dealing with Congress during the first 100 days. This is Nate Quaker, Topeka, 102.69. Is your hair lacking that luster and formality that the ladies desire? Then you need to be a Dapper Dan man. This musky-scented ointment that makes you look great is a great way to go out in the town. Every man needs Dapper Dan in their life. Get yourself a tint today in your local store.
This is Jordan Birdsong reporting from New York City, switching up the roles. In the early 1900s, women were very carefree in changing the view of how women were looked at. Women were wearing loose clothing, short hair, drinking, dancing, dating, everything that was not in the normal stereotype of a lady. These women were known as flappers during this time until the Great Depression hit with the stock market crash of 1929. When the stock market crashed, everything is changing for everyone. Families are losing homes left and right. No food to feed the children. With men not being able to find work, it was time for the women to take charge. Women are now going to find work, whether it be becoming a teacher or working in a factory, bringing home something for their families to survive off of. Women are definitely switching up the roles now and becoming the breadwinners of their home.
California was a beacon of hope to the people during the Great Depression. Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his New Deal helped pave the way for the better of the United States, more specifically California. The jobs were scarce and terrible, but with the help of the ILA, these issues were mostly fixed and further altercations were avoided. As part of the New Deal, FDR created many job opportunities in the form of development projects. These vary from construction, demolition, or finding establishments. The large development projects designed to serve a growing population helped shape California in many ways. Without these projects, you would not know San Francisco as well. San Francisco. The Bay Bridge construction began in 1933. It was span open to vehicles in 1936. At 8.25 miles, it is the longest steel bridge in the world. The Golden Gate Bridge opened to the vehicles and pedestrians in 1937. Perhaps the biggest attraction in San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge was a project made possible by FDR's New Deal. The Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate are two of the most famous bridges in the world. Both are in California, and both were constructed during the Great Depression. The Great Depression isn't just a time of sadness, it was also a time of progress. Hey, let's look at San Francisco. This is Paolo Datu, and that was the Daily News from Topeka 102.69. Please tune in again tomorrow.